For centuries, the old city of Jerusalem has been guarded by ancient walls and gates, each with its own history and symbolism. But among them all, one gate stands out, the Golden Gate, also called the Gate of Mercy. Unlike the others, it has been sealed shut for nearly 500 years. According to prophecy, this gate carries deep spiritual meaning. Jewish, Christian, and Islamic traditions all connect it to future events of divine significance. And now, new reports suggesting that the sealed stones of this gate may be shifting are capturing worldwide attention. Some see it as a natural occurrence, while others wonder if it could be a sign of something greater, perhaps even the long-anticipated return of Jesus. The Golden Gate is located on the eastern wall of Jerusalem, facing the Mount of Olives. Historically, it was an entrance into the temple complex. Ancient records suggest that it was used during sacred processions, linking it directly to worship at the holiest place in Judaism. For Christians, the gate carries another layer of meaning. Many connect it to the prophecy of Jesus entering Jerusalem, riding a donkey through this very gateway on Palm Sunday. The book of Ezekiel also speaks of a gate that will remain shut until the prince himself comes to enter it. For Muslims, the gate is significant as well. In Islamic tradition, it is believed to be the site where the Day of Judgment will begin. Thus, across faiths, this single sealed gate holds layers of hope, mystery, and destiny. In the year 1541, the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent ordered the Golden Gate to be sealed with heavy stones. Scholars debate the reason. Some say it was for defense, others claim it was an intentional act to block the fulfillment of Jewish and Christian prophecies of a coming Messiah entering through it. The gate has remained sealed ever since. Vegetation has grown among its stones, and centuries of dust have settled. Yet it has never been forgotten. Pilgrims often stand before it in silence, praying for the day it will be opened again. In recent years, archaeologists, engineers, and locals have noticed subtle changes in the sealed stones of the Golden Gate. Cracks appear to be widening, and small shifts in the structure have been recorded. Whether this is due to natural erosion, underground activity, or human interference remains debated. Satellite imaging and ground scans have revealed pressure beneath the wall, possibly from ancient tunnels or seismic shifts. For scientists, these are natural processes. But for the faithful, the idea that the sealed gate is moving carries, profound symbolic weight. The imagery of a sealed gate beginning to shift really resonates deeply with prophecy. In Ezekiel's vision, the gate is to remain shut until the arrival of the prince. For Christians, this has long been linked to the return of Jesus. Even small cracks or movements can feel like spiritual tremors, hinting that something is preparing to unfold. Whether literal or symbolic, the shifting of the Golden Gate has ignited conversations worldwide about the state of humanity, prophecy, and divine timing. The Golden Gate faces directly toward the Mount of Olives, a place with immense biblical significance. According to the New Testament, Jesus often prayed there, and it was from this mountain that he ascended into heaven. Prophecy also states that when he returns, his feet will stand once again on the Mount of Olives. Thus, the alignment of the sealed gate and the Mount of Olives is no coincidence. For centuries, people have believed that when the Messiah returns, he will descend the mountain, cross the Kidron Valley, and enter the Temple Mount through the Golden Gate. The fact that this very gate is now showing signs of movement adds to the sense of awe and anticipation. Engineers studying the old city walls stress that natural causes are likely responsible for the shifting stones. Erosion, groundwater movement, and even temperature changes can cause gradual structural shifts. Some point out that the walls of Jerusalem, though sturdy, are not immune to time. Yet science does not diminish faith. It often amplifies it. For believers, the fact that these changes are happening now seems meaningful. They ask, why would the stones begin shifting in this generation, and not in the hundreds of years before? It is this overlap of natural explanation and spiritual interpretation that makes the mystery of the Golden Gate so compelling. Whether the movement of the gate is a physical reality or a symbolic perception, the message resonates with millions. The shifting stones remind humanity that history is alive and that the future is not as distant as we think. Faith traditions emphasize readiness, humility, and hope. For Christians, the possibility of the gate opening reminds them of Jesus' call to watch and be ready. For Jews, it renews anticipation of the Messiah. For Muslims, it emphasizes the importance of preparing for the Day of Judgment. The gate, in essence, becomes more than stone and mortar. It becomes a mirror reflecting the urgency of the times. Despite being sealed, the Golden Gate draws countless pilgrims. Visitors stand at its base, touching the ancient stones, weeping in prayer, or leaving written petitions in cracks. For them, the gate is not closed, it is waiting. Some describe an overwhelming sense of peace near the gate, while others say they feel the weight of prophecy pressing against its stones. The belief that one day it will open, whether through divine intervention or human restoration, is enough to keep hope alive. The question that echoes around the world is simple yet profound. Could the shifting of the Golden Gate be a sign of Jesus' return? For some, the answer is yes. They see the timing, the prophetic connections, and the spiritual atmosphere as evidence. For others, it is a reminder that signs should not lead to fear or speculation, but to renewed faith, compassion, and readiness. Regardless of interpretation, the symbolism is powerful. A sealed gate beginning to move feels like a message. Nothing stays closed forever. The mystery of the Golden Gate cannot be separated from the mystery of Jerusalem itself. This city has seen empires rise and fall, wars fought and peace declared, temples built and destroyed, yet it remains, pulsing with life and carrying the weight of prophecy. The sealed gate is not just a relic, it is part of an unfolding story, and whether its stones move a little or a lot, its message continues to ripple across generations. History is moving, and so is the human spirit. The Golden Gate of Jerusalem remains sealed, yet its shifting stones have stirred the hearts of millions. Some see it as erosion, others see it as prophecy in motion, but everyone agrees, it is not ordinary. Perhaps the gate's slow movement is a reminder that time itself is moving toward a greater purpose. Perhaps it is a call to watch, to prepare, and to live with hope. Jerusalem's gates have always been more than entrances. They are symbols of destiny. And if the Golden Gate truly moves, it may not just be the stones shifting. It may be the world itself leaning closer to a moment it has long awaited.